I had to be iron. Steel in my bones, never tired. Wear a brave face, hide the strain. Walk through fire like I felt no pain. But the truth is I'm just dust and breath, one hard win from giving up the rest. It wasn't my might that kept me tall, it was God through it all. When my knees were weak with doubt and I couldn't see a way out, He didn't shout, He stepped in close and strength began to grow. It is God who arms me with strength, not my will, not my length. He steadies every shaken frame, puts courage back inside my name. And He makes my way secure, even when I'm not so sure. Step by step He clears the bend and walks me through to the end.
I faced roads I'd never choose, battles I was bound to lose, but something in me stood back up, like grace had filled my empty cup. He doesn't hand me borrowed pride, He builds His power deep inside. Not a shortcut, not escape, but a heart reshaped for heaven's sake.
He fits the armor to my soul, not too heavy, not too bold, just enough for what I'll face. Strength wrapped tight in perfect grace. And when the path looks rough and wild, He smooths it out for His child. It is God who arms my heart, gives me fire when I fall apart, turns my weakness into song. And the road ahead don't scare me now. I know when, I don't know how, but I know the one who leads me on and makes my way steady and strong. So I'll rise each day and take my stand, not in my strength, but in His hand.
I've walked through valleys thick with mud, boots weighed down by doubt and blood, slipped on stones I didn't see, lost my footing, lost belief. But there's a hand that lifts me higher, past the smoke and past the fire, where fear once whispered in my ear. Now I stand without that fear.
He didn't change the mountain's face, didn't move it from its place. He changed the way my feet would land, gave me balance, gave me balance, gave me stand. He makes my feet like the deer, so sure, light and steady, brave and pure. On rocky heights where I once fell, now I walk, and I walk well. He sets me high above the plain, above the doubt, above the pain. What once felt steep and out of reach now feels like ground He's taught me to keep.
Those cliffs that used to steal my breath look different now that faith has stepped, not because the edge grew small, the one who calls.
He trains my heart to move with grace, through narrow paths and open space, every ledge that once seemed wild
feels like home to his child.
High places aren't about pride, they're where fear and faith collide. And I don't climb to boast or prove, I climb because he says move.
From valley floor to mountain air, I trembling at my name. A wider view where I can see to find his presence waiting there. He makes my feet like the deer so strong, his grace that makes no fearful sound. So let the mountains rise and call, I won't dread the climb at all. My steps are steady, my heart is free. He set me high, he set me high.
There were nights I couldn't find my way. Road ran cold, hope felt far away. Stars went quiet, moon stayed thin, and fear kept knocking from deep within.
I struck a match with shaking hands, didn't know how long I'd stand. Then a flame showed up, soft but strong, said keep walking, you belong.
You light my lamp when the night is long. You make my darkness feel less strong. One small flame from your faithful hand turns a broken road into promised land. When I can't see past where I am, Lord, you light. You didn't rush the rising sun, you met me where the shadows run. Step by step you showed me how to trust the light that's with me now.
You don't shame the dark I've known, you just refuse to leave me alone. You turn my doubt into a song that says the night won't last long.
Not a floodlight, not a blaze, just enough for the next few steps I take. You don't promise I'll see it all, just enough light so I won't fall. You light my lamp, steady and sure. You make my weary heart endure. Darkness bends when you arrive. I don't just survive, I come alive. I walk by faith, not what I fear, 'cause you are the light that's near. One flame burning, shadows run, night gives way, morning comes.
I've taken roads that look so right, wide and smooth in the morning light, but they faded fast by the fall of night, left me circling, no end in sight.
Then I found a path that felt narrow and steep, cost me pride, cost me sleep. Didn't glitter, didn't boast, but it held me steady when I needed it most. Every promise I leaned upon, every word I held, didn't break when the storm rolled in, didn't crack or swell.
As for God, his way is perfect, every turn and every curve. When I couldn't see the reason, he saw what I deserved. His word is tested, tried by flame.
stronger than my doubt or shame. And he's a shield when arrows fly for every heart that dares to rely.
I've seen his promises stand their ground when the thunder tried to drown the sound. What he says don't fade with time. It's steady as a mountain lion. Not one word has fallen short. Not one truth has lost its force. When I trust him with a fight, he steps in front and stands upright.
I don't need a perfect plan, I just need his guiding hand. When confusion's clean and true, like silver refined in fire. A little higher, as for God, his way is sure. Even when the road feels unsure, his promises don't bend or break. They carry me through every ache. And when fear says I won't survive, his shield reminds me I'm alive. I stand protected, not alone, trusting the truth that's proven stone. So I'll walk his road, come loss or gain, through sunshine bright or driving rain. His way is perfect, I have seen, and in his shield I stand between.
I've leaned on things that couldn't hold, watched bright promises turn cold, build my hope on shifting sand, felt it crumble through my hands. I've called out names that couldn't hear, chased down strength that disappeared. But when the storm began to roll, there was only one who held my soul.
When the wind howled loud and long, and the ground beneath felt gone, there was a voice steady and strong. For who is God except the Lord? Who else speaks and keeps his word? Who is a rock that does not move? There's no other, none beside, no safer place for me to hide.
Every false thing falls apart, but our God, he is the rock.
I've seen idols made of gold, promises bought and sold, but they don't answer midnight cries. They don't lift weary eyes. Only one with nail-scarred hands, only one who truly stands when every other refuge shakes. He remains, he never breaks. Not a rumor, not a myth, not a wish upon a cliff. He's the stone the builders passed, yet the one that holds me fast. When I've got nowhere left to run, I run to him, the Holy One. For who is God except the Lord? Who else fights without a sword? Who is a rock through every age, unmoved by time or rage? I've tested ground both far and wide. There's only one where truth resides. I'll plant my feet and stake my heart on our God, the solid rock.
Let the winds rise, let the mountains shake, let the earth beneath through.
I've taken roads that look so right, white and smooth in the morning light. But they faded fast by the fall of night, left me circling, no end in sight.
Then I found a path that felt narrow and steep, cost me pride, cost me sleep.
Didn't glitter, didn't boast, but it held me steady
when I needed it most.
Every promise leaned upon, every word I held break. When the storm rolled in, didn't crack or swell. As for God, His way is perfect, every turn and every curve. When I couldn't see the reason, He saw what I deserved. His word is stronger than my doubt or shame, and He's a shield when arrows fly for every heart that dares to rely.
I've seen His promises stand their ground. When the thunder tried to drown the sound, what He says don't fade with time. It's steady as a mountain line. Not one word has fallen short, not one truth has lost its force. When I trust Him with the fight, He steps in front and stands upright.
His word cuts clean and true, like silver refined in fire, lifting hearts a little higher. As for God, His way is sure, even when the road feels unsure. His promises don't bend or break, they carry me through every ache. And when fear says I won't survive, I stand protected, not alone, trusting a truth that's proven stone. So I'll walk His road, come loss or gain, through sunshine brighter I have seen, and in His shield I stand between.
There was a line of fear in front of me, shadows standing 10 deep, voices saying turn back now, promises I couldn't keep. And walls I never thought I'd climb, stone so high it touched the sky. Every doubt was whispering, the sun, you're not that guy.
But something stronger stirred inside, like thunder in my chest. Not my power, not my pride, but the one who never rests. By you I can run through a troop, face the fight, stand in the truth. Not alone, not afraid, with heaven's strength in every step I take. By my God, I can leap that wall, rise up high when shadows fall. What stood too tall, what blocked my view, falls away when I run with you.
I used to measure strength by size, count the odds, believe the lies. But I've seen giants hit the ground when faith makes a sound. It's not about the sword I hold or how loud my battle cry. It's knowing who runs at my side when the arrows fly. You don't always move the mountain first, sometimes you make me climb. You don't always
always clear the battlefield. You make my heart alive. And suddenly what looked too wide is just one stride with you beside. By you I can run through a troop, storm the fear that once felt huge. Every chain that held more can't hold when you call. By my God, I can leap that wall. No height too great, no threat too tall. The road ahead may test my nerve, but you give more than I deserve.
So let the line be drawn tonight. Let the walls rise high.